All right, so let's cover the five main reply templates that you need for inbox management. These will cover 90% of the replies you receive. So if you have an inbox manager, it's super easy to onboard them when you have reply templates in place that are readily available for them to respond to any responses that come through. Right. So we'll just cover these real briefly. It's very simple, very easy, and yeah, you can essentially create your own version of these templates I have here. So five main ones we got. It's gonna be I'm interested. It's obviously the main one we go for. Send more info. So they're like kind of interested, but they need more context before actually moving forward with you. Let's book a call. I mean, this is yeah, that's obviously the ideal situation, right? They just want to book a call. That's really easy to handle. I'm the wrong person. Reach out to someone else within the company. So like, let's say you reach out to like the operations manager and you're trying to contact someone or them regarding something with marketing. They're probably gonna be like, hey, reach out to this marketing person, and they share the email. I'll show you about that. And then cost. This is like the main objection that everyone receives, right? And we have a super good uh, reply template just for that. That works really well for converting to meetings. So yeah, easily 90% of the time, these will be the responses you get. Other times it's gonna be, unique responses depending on your offer, right? So let's say you do ad creative. Some people might ask, like, let's say you reach out to jewelry brands. Some jewelry brands, they might ask, do you have any ad creative examples specific to jewelry? Something like that, right? So, but 90% of the time you can just use these, and that's how the way we're able to respond within 5 to 10 minutes is through these reply templates, right? If you just sit there and type out a full reply, you're just wasting so much time. That's gonna legitimately 20x the time you are spending in your inbox if you're typing out every single reply, right? So we don't want that. So let's dive into it, right? So first one is I'm interested. Basically goes like this: Hey, first name, thanks for interest. You always want to sort of like, thank them for the reply, whatever. Because I mean, the cold email a lot of times you just can kind of shit on, and it takes a bit of effort for them to actually like show interest to you, right? So, thank you for the interest, real quick. For some more context, here's value. So I always recommend to. Well, there's two scenarios for this, right? If you're going with the asset based strategy that I typically run with, where we're offering a case study, sales asset, something like that, we would just be like, so let's say we're offering a case study regarding how we helped X agency book 20 meetings per month. It'd be like, hey, first name, thanks for interest. Here's the case study covering how we book 20 plus meetings per month for X agency, and then it would just be a link to that, or you can attach it if it's like a PDF or something. I just do links. If you like to if you like to implement X or implement whatever it is you're talking about, right? Or whatever your offer is. If you like to implement email marketing, if you like to implement our UGC strategy, if you like to implement our lead generation strategy, whatever it is, for the person you're reaching out to, available on Monday or Tuesday at 10 a.m. EST. Boom. And then you can also add your Calendly link. I've heard people say not to add the Calendly link because they might look at the email, see, oh, you add your Calendly link, and then they might be like, oh, since he sent me his Calendly link, I'll just book in later, and then they forget. I still send it because some people still book through the Calendly link. So it's up to you though. You do your best or do whatever, and end off with the CTA. Just try to like get them to say like, hey, let me know what works best, what time works for you. Just yeah, ending off with the CTA rather than just saying like this um definitely helps. So yeah, if you're just asking them, if your CTA in your cold email is just saying, are you interested in learning more, or are you interested, open to exploring further, I would recommend to still at least add something, right? Like send them to a case study or have some document available breaking down your offer a bit more, right? I'd recommend that. It'll just help push them over the edge, right? So yeah. Now send info. So this is they're looking to learn a little bit more. Hey, first name, no problem. So you're just like saying like, hey, no problem, we got you. We're kind of leading with confidence, right? We're like, hey, no worries, we got you. We had this ready for you, right? So essentially, we do it doesn't have to be like in depth. Just like give a quick breakdown of your offer and what could potentially make you guys different, right? And then here I'd recommend like sharing case studies, or just yeah, if you have like a one pager breaking down your service further, that would work too. And then same sort of thing. If you're interested in learning more, available in whatever time, discuss further, blah blah. Calendly link, and let me know and go for there, right? So with this, the tone you have like a little bit. The tone is a bit more stern. It's not as bubbly as the last one, right? It's like okay, because when they're asking for more info, it is kind of like an objection, right? They're trying to pick out, is this guy legit or not? So you want to like really sort of solidify yourself within this conversation. I mean, it's not really that deep, but it's good. It's just good to keep in mind. It's just something I've learned from doing inbox manager for years. I mean, I don't do it anymore, right? Because I have inbox managers. But when I first started out, basically all I did was inbox management, and yeah, I just picked up on all of these little things. It's because at the end of the day, inbox management, all this stuff, it's all sales, right? So frame, all this stuff, it all applies. So it's just good to keep in mind. But yeah, now let's book a call. I mean, this is so simple. I don't really even need to cover this. Yeah, just hey name. Keep it really short. That's actually the main thing. Just keep it short. Don't because if you send a really long email, that you could potentially fumble it off that, right? So you want to just keep it short. Just be like, hey name sounds great. Available on XYZ time. You can also book a call here. Looking forward to speak with you. Boom, that's it. And you don't want to be like, let me know what time works for you. Just be like, looking forward to speak with you. Because you want to assume the meeting booked, right? People like say the other phrase like assume the close. We just want to assume the meeting's booked. That's it. Because I mean, they said they're interested in booking a meeting, so they are. Just solidify that. Now, let's say the prospect goes ghost. Let's say they specifically said, "Hey, I want to book a meeting with you," and then you send over times or whatever, and they just go ghost. What you want to do is you want to send this email, right? So essentially, what you're going to do is say it's been like 2 days. What you can do is you can actually just book them in yourself, even if they haven't specifically set a time. Say something like, hey, place a few minutes, 3 to 4 days out. So give them some time to react for us to discuss X. Can't make it, no worries. Just want to let you know, or just want to get some time on the calendar. As you said, you were interested in speaking. So you want to pin them down, right? They said they were interested in speaking. So you want to pin them down on that and make sure that they're keeping accountable to their word, essentially, right? Let me know if you need to reschedule, otherwise speak then. So even if they need to reschedule, it's still a win because as long like at least you got them on the calendar, right? Before they weren't even on the calendar. Now you have them on the calendar, and if you need to reschedule, then that's a meeting booked, right? So there's no worry about that, right? So yeah, I just force booked them in. But yeah, don't be afraid to do this. If they said they want to book a meeting, people just forget sometimes. Um, yeah, people are just lazy sometimes. You're kind of doing the favor, and you're also showing them that like you're taking action. You're pushing. You want like we're here to get stuff done, right? So they'll appreciate it. Unless like you don't want to do it, they like just barely show they're like a little bit interested, and then you just book them in, then they're not going to appreciate that, right? So you have to be careful how you use it, but also don't be afraid. Anyways, that's the fourth one, I guess. So if they're the wrong person, reach out to whoever they tell you to reach out to. So basically goes, hey, first name, first contact. So this is like the person you initially contacted. Told me to contact you regarding whatever it is you're selling. Just a quick intro and give some more info. Um, yeah, I mean, you could add the previous email body and like chop it up a bit to make it make sense and have a CTA. And then you can also add your Calendly link since you're not sending this at max bulk. You're just like, this is a sniper shot. You can add a link to it. So it's no worry. But yeah, you want to definitely mention that, another person in the company told you to reach out to them. Because that's like a point of personalization. And yeah, so yeah, definitely do that. But yeah, you don't have to overcomplicate this too much. Um, this is not necessarily a warm email, but it's a little bit warmer than a straight up cold email, right? Because you've already spoke to someone. I also recommend forwarding the entire conversation from the previous person. That would definitely help a lot. But yeah, don't miss out on these. These can honestly definitely lead to meetings. So yeah, just take the time to do these real quick. You can save this as the general template, and but you just gotta change out the email body and CTA. That's really it. And then the final one is gonna be cost, right? So this is like the main objection people receive over a cold email. People just want to know how much it costs, etc. So this is what we typically say. Let's go like this. Hey, first name, pricing varies, but we typically do whatever it is. So I recommend giving like a sort of give them the pricing structure, right? You don't want to give them exact numbers, just give them the pricing structure. So let's say we're talking about B2B lead generation. Say you do like, oh, we do an upfront fee plus pay per call. But don't tell them like the exact numbers for that, right? Or you can give them like multiple um, you know, pricing structures, etc. If you do retainers too, you can add that too. Can't give you a specific number since it depends on why. So whatever it depends on, say cold email, if it depends on how many emails you want to send per month or how many meetings you want, things like that. We can speak for 7 to 9 minutes, so we keep it like we give them like a really random number, and it's also a very short number, so it seems super. It doesn't take much out of them to speak to you for 7 to 9 minutes about this briefly. If you won't be opposed to it, right? If you're open to it, I'll send her an invite. If not, no worries. So we're like the sort of frame we're coming at here is, they came in with the tough objection, and we're sort of on our just chilling, right? We're just chilling, and we're just like, you know what, this is we typically do this. Can't give you the number because of whatever it is, why, but we can speak about it for 7 to 9 minutes. If you're not opposed to it, if not, it's no worries. We have a bunch of other calls in the back end that we need to attend to. So if you don't want to make it, it's whatever. So we're approaching this like we're not desperate at all, right? And this has worked really well. I have a bunch of examples of this exact script working, but this is way too small to see. I'm not gonna zoom on it, but um, yeah, this one works really well. A lot of people have stolen it from me. I would recommend switching up a bit because so many people have used it. So yeah, but that's basically all of it. Going to recap. Interested? Send more info. Let's book a call. Meeting request ghosted. So that's like if someone said they want to book a meeting, but they just went ghost. And then I'm the wrong person to reach out to, whoever. And then cost, right? So yeah, I recommend just going through these, creating your own version of these. I wouldn't recommend copying the exact thing because, yeah, just because then everyone's gonna start using it, and then people are gonna think it's like automation, it's bots doing it, replying to everyone, and that's just gonna end up bad. So yeah, create your own versions, and yeah, make sure you're using make sure you're using reply templates. If you're not using reply templates in 2023, nearly 2024, you're basically living in the Stone Age. So yeah, do that. Hope this helps. Cheers.